Well, this one is a little bit different. I had in the past bought a bunch of fruit trees maybe 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, and I bought them bare root. So this here is, they're a bunch of cypress trees, bald cypress from Tennessee, and I wanted to share them with you. Let me pull them out. Okay, so here's the tag. They're not exactly bare root though. There's still a little bit of soil on them. And if you take a look over here, they're like, do they smell like Christmas trees? No, they don't. I was hoping they did, but they don't. And they turn orange in the fall, and they are deciduous. They are deciduous, even though they are conifers. So I'm going to get these out and put them in the ground and give them a nice drink of water. I did want you to see this though. It says that the tips are pruned, and you can see the bark too here. It's kind of interesting. I'll put the focus on that. There you go. Did make a mess on my floor, but I will vacuum it up. And I also found some instructions in the box. So they are notifying us that we ship dormant plants with no leaves, blooms, or foliage. It will die back from summer heat in transit. These plants are not dead. Please plant them, and in the spring they will come back and be beautiful. When bare root plants are shipped in heat, they will not come up until the following spring. They will return every year thereafter. This is why we offer a full 1-year warranty on all plants. We ship all of our plants from the cooler, and nothing okay, and nothing is dead. Please plant them, and in the spring they will come back and be beautiful. And then perennial plants, the way your plants look when it's arrived, and when it arrives, and the way it will look in the spring, and ferns and vines and trees. So the neighbor's dog decided to bark at me while I'm planting trees on my own property, but that's okay. So they are bare root. This is just a little bit of soil to keep them probably moist so they didn't dry out. But I'm going to dig a hole and plant them in here. So that's the first one. I planted it just so that where you could see the beginning of the roots is just beneath the surface. I didn't want to plant it too low because it won't grow. That's the second one down. I'm probably going to have to stake these a little bit too because that one's a little wonky. But I have to run to class, so I'll have to do that tomorrow. Third one down. Still have to fill this one and mulch them all, but you can see there are 3 in a row here. And then that one on the right is a winged elm that I grew from a teeny little cutting, and it's doing extraordinarily well as well. And that's the last one. So I guess the grass doesn't grow well. Grass or weeds don't really grow well around here. But I'm going to stake these in and then water them down. But you can see from here the other 3 back yonder. And typically I only buy 3. I wanted to buy 3, but they wound up throwing an extra one in, so I have 4. So I planted an even number. And I did it linearly, and so I suppose this tree right here is in the middle. So they're flanking the sides symmetrically. I mulched over these red cypress. So I have 4 of them here. And this is the second one. That one's leaning a little bit, so it's probably going to have to get staked up. And then the one off yonder. And then while I was at it, I mulched this winged elm that I grew from a cutting off of my big tree in the other lot. And actually, this is the next area I'm going to tackle. I bought 2 boxwoods that are pyramidal in shape to put in front of each one of these, and then I have the 2 Peggy Martins. So I just planted a new Peggy Martin that I got from a different nursery in the middle there. So I'd like to see if they're going to be like exactly the same or very similar or different. But this is the next area I want to mulch, and we have to get to finishing the rest of this, but I want to do this now. It's not going to bother anything. All right, so that section is now done, and I'm just waiting on, I was going to order Black Dragon Cryptomeria, but I decided on smaller boxwoods, 2 of them.